Good evening and welcome to the MezoCav tournament. This is Martin versus Pat. Sorry, this is Jason versus Pat. Game 1. This game is on Green Arabia.
Yes.
Let's get started. So we have Pat as the Mayans. Totally didn't see that coming. And we have Jason as the Malians. Interesting choice. I would have to say that Jason probably chose this pick knowing Pat would go Mayans. Malians get their extra defensive armor, and they get it. So they don't get to the feudal age. That could be something to be aware of. They're not going to have any Dark Age modes, but we shouldn't see too much aggression during Dark Age. Take a look at maps here. Pat is known for his walling, and it looks like he should be able to wall this map pretty easily. It should be being played on Green Arabia. Yep, it's on Green Arabia. So Pat's gold is all over to his left, so it could be slightly exposed, but again, he's a good waller, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Resources are pretty close. He already has one boar under the TC. He has all his sheep. Backstone, forward stones. The only real resource that's a huge issue for Pat is that forward stone, though the gold could be a little bit of a concern. Coming here to Jason. Jason's map is a little more forward, a little bit harder to wall, but still not horribly. He has a side stone and he has a back gold. That is good. What's going to hurt him is it looks like 1 and 2 of his golds are way across the map, almost in neutral territory more than they're in his territory. So that should be a major concern. A couple of castles could really be an issue for Jason if he can't reclaim those territories. We're looking at current status in the game. We have Malians. Jason actually being very efficient with 17 bills already. So he did lose his scout, unfortunately. Let's check his scouting before he lost it, so he does know where Pat is, but not much else. He doesn't know where his extra golds are. He only has a main gold, which again should be easy to protect, but could be an issue. Meanwhile, looking at Pat. So Pat's making some pretty safe circles. He knows where all of his gold is, all of his stone is, and it looks like he's going to be checking right over here what's here on this side before he goes farther. So what are we going to do? Well, as the Malians, Jason's bonus really only comes into effect as if he is going the men-at-arms, so the militia route. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I would think you'd probably go more knights and archers, or knights and skirms, versus the Mayans. Man-at-arms is not, militia is not a intuitive choice against a Mezo of this sort. So it should be interesting to see. We'll definitely see what happens here. So Pat did already having loom. Again, that's what Mayans do first thing. While you're a house at the start, go ahead and get loom. Jason does not have loom yet. The villagers have got a little closer. Oh no, it's still 3 ahead. So Jason's still 3 ahead. That could be a big deal coming up soon. Those are 3 extra villagers getting resources. 3 villagers building a barracks, so 2 now. That's a lot of resources. It'll be interesting. I'm not sure if he wants to get a quick barracks up. Let's check. See, he's going up, and Pat is not going up yet. So it could be that he wants coordinate arms or something. Pat is still producing villagers, so he'll have 22 villagers and 1 scout. And he's now looking for Jason's base. While Jason has already hit feudal. So Jason at feudal has a lot of food from that from those deer he decided to go after, which actually is a great choice because that's not a horrible distance to go. He is creating militia. He does not have gold to make the third militia or to upgrade the militia, and he does not have anyone on gold. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. The militia is a good choice, and he has the food, but again, no gold. He's going after gold now, but it will be a very delayed militia. In the meantime, Pat already has 3 militia out. We'll see those going forward soon, and he does have some villagers going on gold. Very efficient on gold, but still definitely going on gold already. Revisiting Pop. Jason's mill production has actually slowed despite hitting feudal way early. Well, no, it could actually become okay. He could be making up ground. Depends on what's happening here. Yeah, so Jason does look like he's got up a little ground. Well, maybe not. Maybe not as much as I thought on the Bills. Pat is sending his militia forward. We'll see man-at-arms soon. It's actually a good thing Jason didn't send the militia forward yet then, as they're now going to be able to defend. And Jason's actually got quite an army going up. So military 3 to 8 already. House, but still, good military for this point. And with all that military at home, he'll still be able to be he'll be in a very good position for the man-at-arms coming in. So there they go with the man-at-arms, and Jason's ready. Jason's pretty much expecting this. He sends his army out. He'll want to bring them back soon. Let's see what he sees. Yep, he sees them, so that makes sense. Definitely a little bit of miscalculation there from Pat. Jason's villagers look pretty well quick-walled. Good job. A little efficiency here with the gold, but those militia should be over here with a good time. The men-at-arms have 45 HP, militia have 40, and the biggest difference is your 2 more attack and 1 defense. So actually not that large a difference. Pat has his double barracks down. Let's see if he's producing. So no production coming from his barracks yet. That's probably a good thing considering that Jason already has skirms. Jason has slowed production though, and it looks like he's in market, so it's a fast castle type move. We'll take a look at his resources in a moment. Pat's walls are really, really small. It's very interesting, and that gold's very exposed. He is not in a position of fast castle at this point. He is bringing his men-at-arms possibly back. We'll see. So very interesting to see what happens. So there's Eagles. Eagles are actually a really good choice here. Eagles will destroy the skirms, and I'll have to check their stats to compare to, let's look at the stats right here. So an Eagle will have 50 hit points and 4 attack. Yeah, so they should be able to destroy those militia. In the meantime, let's see if this ragtag army from Jason can do anything. Going after the deer. Wrong enemy, Jason. Wrong enemy. There you go. All right. So lots and lots and lots of eagle sets going on. That's actually a good choice. So eagles are heavy gold, and Pat was heavy gold in order to go after the archers, so you can easily transition into eagle scouts. Now this army is going to be pretty useless. It is a pretty cheap army. Not a lot of I mean, it was resources, food, tiny bit of gold, and nothing really upgraded. So I would say forcing a tower and some scouts was a good choice. The issue is, or was a good use of the army. The issue is that those scouts are going to tear up the army in a minute. So yeah, resources were used, but not to good effect. Or resources were forced in Pat's part, but that army doesn't have much punch power. All I can really do is harass and be a nuisance. If I had to guess, I would say Pat's probably feeling a little bit rusty at this point. He probably needed a warm-up game. The 3 knights coming out. Again, good on the pressure. We'll see what they can actually do inside Pat's base. Meanwhile, Pat's back on stone. They'll be able to afford another castle soon. No, sorry, not castle. Tower soon. And we'll see whether or not he decides to go that route. So that looks like he's just, yep, there he goes. It's another tower. So it's good. Again, just delaying any castle boom that's possible. Not a horrible choice, but again, that army is pretty worthless at this point. Should be easily eaten out by those eagles. Yeah, so 2 pierce armor. Those skirms are going to be doing almost nothing to them. They'll be doing 1 damage each. So yeah, that's skirms are going to be useless. And that eagle army is ready to go. Meantime, we do have knights. So, what, 5, 6, 7 knights. So those could definitely be an issue for Pat. Because the knights will be able to tear through those eagles. So 10 damage, and eagle will go down 5 hits. So yeah, no defensive upgrades yet. So looking at our economies again, Pat has actually overtaken in villagers, despite Jason being higher up. Jason should probably start thinking about a little bit of a boom right now. TC and some stone. But going knights isn't bad. Those knights can definitely have a big effect if he can actually take them in. Let's look at our fog of war here for a second. So Jason can see a little bit, not a lot. And what can Pat see? So Pat can see all the knights. That'll be a dead giveaway, so I won't be surprised if we start going pikes soon. So those knights probably would have done better hitting a wall or something like that. So pikes. Yep, look at that. 5 pikes queued up there, 5 pikes queued up there, ready to go. Well, they have a chess match going on right now. And I would definitely say at this point, Jason should start thinking about his boom. We need to get another TC or something down. Keep that pressure up. He is getting the knights in, and that's going to do loads of damage to Pat's economy. So Pat is on the way to castle, which is good. The only issue is Pat doesn't really have any units that he can make yet in castle, so he'll be able to upgrade to pikes. But at this point, he's not really set up for his plumes or anything like that. Same time, Jason has caused some major disruptions, but he's also lost 4 knights in the meantime. Those would be substantial damages. And lost some units that Pat can then bring out defensively. So what would you get at this point for Jason? Archers, mid-arms are actually decent at this point. You can still stay with the cab, but maybe cab and archers, and just micro them. So archers are taking a spearman, and cab to knock out the eagles. The better composition might be just taking the Mayans on 1-on-1 by doing, let's see, check out the mullions. By just doing, yeah, so champions and archers might be the best choice. So Pat's already got his second TC going down, and Jason is just putting down his second one. Bill, Jason is up by 6. Oh, no, what's that? I did not see that. Jason put down that's his third one. So good job on Jason's part. He's going to need a couple more farms to keep up production, but still, good job. So Pat's seen army forward, and that's actually a decent army considering Jason's unit comp at this point. No archers, no militia, just the knights. So that army will be able to do some significant work inside, or at least threaten significant work and possibly kill a couple units inside Jason's base. Jason cannot see the army yet. Little carcasses. but it'll only be a matter of time. Pat with the higher score at this point, and the greater pop. Bill's right behind, but yes, the greater pop. So Jason's army is going forward. Pat's army is coming down, and that's not a horrible thing for Jason because his army can't counter Pat's army. Pat's army should be able to do some work in the base, but not a whole ton at this point. Villagers, Pat has taken the lead. That is not a good thing at all for Jason. And now Jason can see. There we go. So Jason's pulling the knights down. But again, knights are not what you want against this armor count. Pat having a fourth TC down. Nope, third, sorry. He does. Yeah, bad fight for Jason. He is coming away, but he did lose a knight right there. Looks like he just lost one. It's not horrible, but let's check our health. Yeah, very, very wounded. That might be good at this point if you got a monk, just to heal them up. Save that gold investment. And he plays almost through castle, but so is Pat. It'll be very interesting to see where the castle placement goes. Jason could put one here, knock off 2 gold, even if it's a little closer, knock off the 3rd. And we'll see where Pat goes with his. And look at that now. Pat ahead by 10 bills. What is Jason doing? You need to build bills, Jason. You need to build bills. Jason's very exposed over here, so it probably would be a good idea to build some houses as a house wall. Build something over here. He has a defensive castle going up. There goes his wall. That's good. But Jason's very much playing a delay game at this point. This is not a good push game. Now look at that. That number just keeps going up. We're now up by almost 13 vills. Good defensive composition to start the game from Jason. Good good force of those 2 towers. Definitely delayed Pat's up, but he has not done well after that. This is not a good job on the bill production, and this is not a diversified military. So he has his castle up. He can make Gebetto there. The castle will defend. I'm very curious about Pat. So Pat should know that he can come either way. And Pat, I would be very surprised if he doesn't come straight through this big old opening next time. He doesn't see the wall right there, but I mean, this is all walled off. It should be, Pat should see it should be easy to just come in right here and raid. And so Jason has a structure there defensively. But yeah, it would have been a good choice for him to maybe wall off or something like that up here, protect himself. Or put the castle up there if he's not going to put it offensively. Here's Gebetto coming out. 11 attack and not upgraded. 5 range. Now those could be, and that's a melee attack, so those could be pretty good against your eagles. They will not be good against the eagle warriors if you decide to go eagle warriors. But at the same time, Pat is definitely expecting pikemen and or knights. He's definitely expecting knights, and the Gebetto will be a very good counter to pikemen. So well done with the Gebetto. But the Tuned Archers, those Tuned Archers will destroy Gebetto. So 30 health, 11 attack, 5 range versus 50 health, 5 attack. What's our range? Four range. So they'll be outrange, but just barely. And what, 1, 2, 3, exactly. See, look, that's 3 knights you lost right there where you should have had a monk. If you had a monk, those knights would still be alive. You gotta save your troops. Gotta protect them. So at this point, Vil production is not horribly balanced one way or another. They definitely should both be producing Vils. Let's check Pat right here has 4 TCs, almost on 4 TCs, and he is producing no Vils. Yep, he needs to make them. He has 300 health, he should be making Vils. We'll have a sand castle, which is good. Cannot get resources out of those villagers. Okay. And Jason, let's check him. Go on Imp. Vils don't have 1, which is good. Again, so second castle. Looks like he might be thinking about doing this forward. In the meantime, he does have, again, this whole exposed open space. Looks like Pat is ignoring that open space. So Pat would actually be good for him if he went down to the open space. But as is right now, he'll actually be sort of walking into and favoring Jason's game plan. So yeah, not good. So weak knight. Those knights are basically worthless right now. They do need to be healed up. Jason is going imp. It'll be interesting to see what unit choice he goes into. It doesn't look like he's set up too well for many choices. He can do trash right now with 1,500 wood and 1,300 food, but not much other than that. A little bit of gold for a couple units, but not very many. He just go to Geppetto, which will be, again, which will work well against the pikemen, but not against the archers. So there we are in Imp. Let's see what he goes into. So conscription, not a bad pick. Knights would be good against the archers. Alright, so Plumed Archers are going to come in, and they are going to do some work, because they just ran right inside the economy. Okay. And they start dying. See if any of these guys are hurt. So a couple of them hurt, but not too bad. Geppetto continues to produce. See, Jason is upgrading them. I don't see any major upgrades coming on them. So +1, +2. Okay, a little sneaky gold mining camp right there. 2 sneaky gold mining camps right there. Pat actually might see that. Yep, he does. And archers making a half. Or half. Words. I'm trying to say words. I'm not sure what words, just trying to say words. Trebuchet, good choice. Sort of force the issue. The only concern is that some skirms would be very, very good at this point. You got the food, mass produce some skirms. Get some skirms out there mixing here with against to fight those eagles. Knights are good. Good choice for the knights. You can definitely wipe out the or cause some issue with the plumes with those knights. And it looks like we have enough for a third castle. We decided to go that route. And the old mining camp has been exposed. And wow, those plumes are definitely going to be getting the better hand right here in this fight. Nice job, Pat. Did a good job getting in there. So actually looks like the knights will come around, but that was definitely a lot closer than it needed to be. Pat looking for the visibility. Getting great visibility with his towers. Still not seeing necessarily what's happening here at the army, but good visibility. And it looks like he has enough for another castle. Looks like he definitely wants to know what's going on though. Let's see anything that's happening. That's not a bad choice. He does hit imp. And let me see, no Willy Tibeto yet. Looks like we have a little bit of forward castle, but well, that's just a defensive castle. Covering that's actually Jason's gold right there. It's covering. Looks like it's halfway across the map, but it is Jason's gold. Geppetto, not upgraded still. Knights that need a monk. And finally we get a defensive structure on this side of the map. The issue is that leaves, there we go, leaves Geppetto finally. Well done. So the issue with this is it leaves the Trumps sort of exposed, even though the Geppetto are coming out now. And those eagles, once those eagles get up, they will be very, very difficult to kill. So we've got 3 kills, 3 shots by Geppetto. We'll kill one. But once we upgrade, we'll get 60 hit points, up 4 shots, and they're going to do some damage. Get our shoot time. This I'll say a reload time too. Yep, so the Eagles will definitely be shooting a lot faster than Geppetto. There's definitely a point where Jason should think about pushing out. He doesn't necessarily have the great army cap, but he does have a good army cap. And oh my goodness, look at that. That is 4 map awareness right there. So yep, those trebuchets right at that line of the castle. He would definitely benefit by having some skirms in here. Skirms will fight anything inside Pat's army. Meanwhile, Pat did a good job getting those eagles in there, and the eagles are going to do major work on the trebuchets, get those trebuchets down quick. It's a very interesting fight. The plumes fight faster, shoot faster. Knight right there is a good choice to help get some of those, sorry, monk right there, get some of those knights. And we got some micro in our hands, folks. Meanwhile, 4 trebuchets coming out. That is going to be a major, major issue for Jason. Well done by Pat. Put on the pressure. And now Jason has to go offensively to try to get those trebuchets out of the way. The only issue is in order to do that, he has to get close to the castle, and the castle fire will destroy those Geppettos. Should be a good time for Rams. He only gets cap Ram, but still better than nothing. And Pat healing the castle. Very, very good choice right there. Cavalier coming in. Not a bad choice. The issue is that we're still fighting under castle. This might be a good point for Jason to come back. Sort of retreat. While retreat, get out from under the castle so he's not losing his name. Because right now he is just throwing away gold. Meanwhile, look at that. Oh my goodness, one-shotting those treads. That is insane. One shot and down. That is crazy. But he lost a lot of gold units in order to do that. A lot of gold units lost. He is reproducing them, getting them back out, and but with his resources, he definitely needs to think about going skirms and getting some farms up and going, getting his villagers on his farms. Pat has taken the lead in score. Look at that, 95 villas to 67 villas. That is huge. And Pat also has the lead in the military. So Pat is definitely becoming an economic powerhouse at this point. He secured both the neutral golds, and remember, as Mayans, that gold lasts 20% longer. He's massing the Halb. Meanwhile, Jason continues to push out gold units, and I thought those would be more gold units. Without the Eagles on the field, Skirms is definitely a good choice. Once Pat sees Skirms, he should go Eagles. Once Jason sees Eagles, he should start pulling out his Cavalier and Gebetto, but yeah, this is not a good choice. Those light cavalry will not do any significant damage against the Eagles. Light cavalry cannot be upgraded, so yeah. Meanwhile, Jason about to lose a trap. That is a huge goal loss. And Pat is sitting pretty on resources. 2,000 gold, 900 food, 300 wood. Very, very good economic advantage for Pat. Military has got much closer. But again, a lot of it's this cab, which are pretty much useless. So Jason having to get ground, and that's not a good sight. He looks like he might also be running out of gold soon. He does have a couple hundred, maybe about 1,000 left over here. So yeah, so a little over 1,000 gold left right there, and about 1,000 here. So about 2,000 gold left for Jason. Definitely something to consider, and he is going into light cab again, but yes, those are not going to do anything against the stone walls, Halbs, and twin archers. So good job of the house coming in front. Pat does not see the castle yet. He does see the light cab. And that could be an issue. There we go. We finally get a skirms out. Good job. Just what we needed. Skirms and Gebetto would be a good unit comp for this army right here. Pat sends some forward skirms. Possibly heal the Treb. This is actually really good right here. So the Gebetto are, the light cab are forming a meat shield to the Gebetto. Gebetto are just destroying all those units that come close. And the twin archers are not doing a good job targeting the Gebetto. They should be targeting the Gebetto, as they're the ones who are doing the greater damage here. Jason or Pat's army may get wiped out by the Gebetto. So even though light cab were not a great choice overall, they did form a meat shield, which played a vital role in allowing the push, or allowing that defense right there. So Pat pushed back a little bit to resource to stand. So what does he need? Halbs are good. Pat could go trash army at this point. Halbs and skirms. It's not a horrible choice. So yeah, Halbs are good, and then skirms to get down the Gebetto, because you mass up skirms, they'll be able to push in it. It does have 4 pierce armor, but yeah, you can blast cannon them. Plumes is not a bad job either. If you mass up the plumes again, just make sure that you're microing them. Onagers might actually be a really good move if you did siege and trash. Just make sure the trash stay in front so they kill the calves, and the siege can come behind and get the Gebetto. But I'm liking Jason's military choice at this point. Population is still a major issue with only 80, or sorry, villas are still an issue with only 78 for Jason and 105 for Pat. But military is definitely in Jason's favor at this point. And I'd also say that the use of the military is definitely in Jason's favor, how he's using them. With his meat shield in front, Gebetto behind. Do need to be careful about how you use this system. Make sure he's not throwing away resources. But yeah, it's definitely their use right now. That being said, Pat is sitting with a lot of resources. He should. He has the production buildings. He definitely has a ton of gold, so it might be a good idea to maybe do 1 or 2 onagers and just mass the plume with mass the skirms and move into this army. Maybe a couple of eagles behind, just to get a siege. About 10-15 eagles run there anytime you see an opening. Jason has run out of gold. It should definitely be, you see it scouted it. If not, yeah, that gold that's right there would be worth mining at this point and selling. Market prices. So market, there's still a lot of room to sell in the market, so you can make a lot of money selling in the market right now. Pat doesn't need to do that right now, but Jason should probably consider doing something like that. It does look like Pat is trying to get some more. There we go. Nice job. There's some onagers coming. That'll be a good job. So the concern with the onagers is that they will be very susceptible to light cab. But if Pat built 30 or 40 more of the halbs and just stick them around the onagers, they'll do a good job protecting, and Jason will lose a lot. 3 chubs are also going to be pretty powerful. Looking at just Jason has 2, Pat has 3. That'll definitely be a focal point of this battle that's coming next. So Pat making a great choice right here. So he will see the castle right here he needs to take down, but he's seeing that this has not been walled yet, and great choice coming over against that castle. This castle should go down very quickly. 3 chubs going on. It should not take long at all. Forcing right here, yes, forcing Jason to respawn. And those onagers are going to do major work. This is when you need to pull the light cabinet. You've seen the onagers running around behind. Get them. Very strategic battles going on. He lost the castle. It looks like it wasn't a huge loss since he already had all the gold done. We'll see where the chips go at this point. Meanwhile, the Mangonel versus Rogers. Mangonel will not do very well. Meanwhile, the Pat continue to be meat shield, but this time they're meat shield against Hal. That's not a good choice. Okay, Hal, Cav should be running back. Go after those onagers. There we go. Good job. And exactly. Well done. Good change of pace by Jason. Meanwhile, Pat simply targeting the shrub, which is good. Needs to get some eagles out there. Onager right here would be good, but eagles would definitely be good. He does need to make sure if he brings the onagers though that he keeps the tab around the onagers. Meanwhile, did a great job knocking out all of Jason's siege, and that's going to be a big issue coming because Jason is getting low on gold. Still a lot to sell at the market, but low on gold means that siege is going to cost you a lot coming up. Meanwhile, Pat losing his siege too. No! Let's see, he's trying to put a castle up too. Let's see if he's able to get it, but he is losing a lot of siege right there. There's a lot of gold to the left. Looks like the castle is delayed. Needs to be deleted. Delete, save those resources. And looks like he was not able to delete it, unfortunately. There's substantial loss right there. Still a lot of resources. You need to get some production buildings out so you can make some stuff with the resources. There you go. Yep, we got the production payloads coming out. Lots of bricks. Let's see if he's going Eagles here yet. He might need to get some upgrades on them still, but Eagles would be a good choice at this point. Meanwhile, my cat's sitting in front of my stat screen, making it hard to see. It happens. And light cab, try to tear down a town center. I guess if you're able to do it. That is not recommended in everyday life, folks, but no bills in there, you can do that. So Pat is not lost at this point. He still has a ton of resources. In fact, he still has a score lead. He has so many resources. The only thing he needs to do is he needs to group up his army. There you go. Yep. So get some upgrades on those War Eagles, and that's the thing, because those Eagles are going to destroy everything that Jason has out right now. Jason is doing major economic damage. It'll take Pat a long time to recover from this. So Pat has high enough eco to where, or a high enough eco or resources to where he can withstand a lot and come back. And with that many, 1, 3, 9, 18, 30, with about 40 Eagles, he's going to do a lot of work. He just got the upgrade to give his Eagles 100 HP. So he lost, no, still got most of them. So 100 HP and almost immune to archers. Those Eagles are going to do a lot of work. So 8 pierce armor, and this little skirm's doing 6, so they're only doing 1 pierce, 1 shot for every single time they hit. Eagles also have 3 melee armor and 14 from the cav, so the cav will hit pretty substantial, but you need a lot of them against the, you need a lot of them to kill all those Eagles. So well done, good job by Pat. Transition to Eagles at a good time. He did take a substantial hit to his eco, lost about 30-40 of those there, but those Eagles are going to do a lot of work, especially if they jump into that eco of Jason. Jason's eco is not at a point where it can handle the beating that Pat just took. Jason can make trash, but trash is not what he wants against Eagle units, against the Eagle warriors. So meanwhile, we have 1, 2 relics, 3 relics that could be generating gold for Jason. And the Gebetto is a good choice right here. They will be able to do a lot of work. The light cab is not a bad choice either with the 14 attack. Meanwhile, Gebetto taking down town center. They're actually withstanding that fire from the town center pretty well. Looks like they have 4 pierce armor. Done a good job knocking it down. Interesting fight right here. We're curious about Pat. So Pat's Eagles are, he's missing a lot of Eagles right here, and that is substantial. It does look like those light cav are just too strong. So milking in the halves, this is a much more potent army. Having those halves with their bonus. In with the Eagles, so half have a plus 32 against cavalry. So that's going to mean 2-3 hits, and those scouts are gone. So how does Jason go against this? Well, he needs to get his skirms back out. There's rail work too. Jason building another castle. Ward the castle. Build them, lose them, build them, lose them. Doing some raiding with the eagles. Resources are getting a little thinner over here on Pat's side. They did just invest a lot into eagles. This is very, very interesting. You can still have that. Jason still has that many Gebetto. The eagles are coming into the eco. Good and bad. They're ignoring the calves. But if they can get the eco, they can do some damage. And yeah, I'll just have a little bit while to go through the gate. Oh, so you got a couple of cav into the economy. They don't do too much, hopefully. But they're in there, and how to start coming out. It's a very interesting game going on. Gebetto need to be pulled back some. Wow, and that was a huge issue. All of those light cabs just pouring into the economy. Idling that economy. That was not good. Still resources, but getting thinner. No real gold left at this point. He does have a whole 1,600, 1,700. So he does have about 2,000 more gold right there. So yeah, he does need to defend it. Meanwhile, Jason just continues with the cav. He's losing food slowly. So he is continuing, and Pat very sneakily picking up the relic right there. Bring it back to his temple. So they're both fighting, but neither one wants to lose. Can only imagine what the Gebetto would do against if they had elephants in front of them. That's some insane range on them. They do attack rather slow. But again, that range is quite substantial. So, a lot of wood being sold. A little bit of food, I can hear that food sound. No real siege on the map right now. Well, there's an onager coming out. Let's back quick through that. See it's going down. That's insane. And the production buildings are going to hurt here. 15,000 wood definitely needs to be selling wood at this point. Yes, the house coming out, so they're going to die as they come out. It definitely looks like it's Jason's map at this point. The better is killing whatever comes out. This looks like Pat's gonna have to call it soon. He doesn't have the resources to keep up at this point. Light Cav just proving to be a huge meat shield at the end there. When the Treb's out, that should definitely seal the deal at this point. And that comes the GG. Good game, definitely back and forth. Well done overall. Take a look at achievements. Jason having almost 100 more kills, 40 more building threes, largest army. Did better, we're definitely huge. 20,000 more food, but less on the wood, stone, and gold. Feudal Age, Castle Age, Imperial Times are all owned by Jason. That's a very quick field right there, 1018. And Pat definitely has some runs coming in for some good, and a villager high. Good game.